Like Adam Silver has found himself in some serious hot water over the management of the WNBA, and is they faking ratings? I don't know, but we finna talk.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, because today we're diving into absolute chaos. Adam Silver just stepped into the biggest mess in WNBA history, and honestly, he might have just made it 10 times worse. We're talking fake ratings allegations, players threatening lockouts, and a commissioner who's basically ghosting her own league. This is wild, guys. This is the kind of behind-the-scenes drama that makes you question if anyone knows what they're doing. So buckle up, because we're about to break down how one interview exposed the WNBA's biggest crisis ever. All right, let's set the scene. Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner and essentially the big boss of the WNBA, sits down for what he thinks is going to be a nice, safe corporate interview. You know the type. Lots of buzzwords like growth, trajectory, synergy. The boring stuff that sounds impressive but means absolutely nothing.
Adam Silver himself has chimed in and addressed the situation directly, saying Cathy Engelbert has presided over historic growth in the league, but there's no question that there's issues that we need to address with our players, not just economic, there's relationship issues as well. I'm confident we can fix those over time, and this league can continue to be on the rocket trajectory.
But the second he started talking about Caitlin Clark and the current state of the WNBA, everything went sideways faster than anyone expected. Here's what he said, and I quote, "Cathy Engelbert has presided over historic growth in the league, but there's no question that there's issues that we need to address with our players. Not just economic, there's relationship issues as well." Now, at first, that might sound harmless, right? Like, oh, he's just saying people need to communicate better. Classic corporate speak. But wait. Let's actually think about what he just admitted on national television. He basically told the entire world that the WNBA is broken from the inside. Translation: the people running the league and the people playing in it can't stand each other. And now everyone knows it because the NBA commissioner just confirmed it out loud. Yikes. And here's the kicker. Adam Silver probably genuinely thought he was being diplomatic, that by acknowledging the tension, he'd show everyone that leadership cares and is working on solutions. Instead, he just proved every single player's point, that the NBA treats the women's game like a side project they don't fully understand or respect.
I would love for Adam, since we're a brother-sister league, to go to some of the CBA negotiations, sit in the room, hear what the women have to say, hear some of their concerns, and let's go from there. Let's build something.
I'm here to tell you that NBA leadership is very much abreast on what's happening in these CBA negotiations. She's not the only decision maker who is denying.
The internet absolutely erupted. Within hours, Adam Silver regret was trending on Twitter. People were dragging him for only paying attention to the WNBA when there's a PR crisis. And the timing could not have been worse. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Cathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioner. Because here's where things get really uncomfortable. Silver tried to defend her by saying she's presided over historic growth. But then, in the very next breath, he admitted there's a major disconnect between leadership and the players.
What was interesting was the amount of players that came to the defense of Fee. And the crickets that came to the defense of Cathy for me.
I mean, this is an important part. Like, this is an important time with the CBA negotiations. Like, the players, when you look at leagues around the world, like, it is about caring for your athletes, caring for the players. And that's just not the feelings right now. And I think everyone is kind of just, they rallied around Fee because, one, that was a powerful statement to make. And obviously it puts pressure on Cathy and put pressure on the leadership. But I mean, it was a lot. It was a heavy hitter, right, Oz?
So, which is it, Adam? Historic growth or historic chaos? Because from what we've all witnessed this year, the WNBA isn't growing in a healthy, sustainable way, it's exploding. And not in the good way. More like a pressure cooker that's been ignored for too long and is about to blow. You've got Napheesa Collier publicly calling out the commissioner, players openly threatening a lockout, fans screaming about biased officiating. This isn't growth. This is a full-blown crisis. But here's what really exposed the problem. And this story is absolutely heartbreaking. Candace Parker, WNBA legend, one of the greatest players ever, revealed something shocking on her podcast.
What was interesting was the amount of players that came to the defense of Fee and the crickets that came to the defense of Kathy. Adam Silver is Kathy's boss, and he is the commissioner of the NBA. I signed a deal with Amazon to broadcast for Amazon. I got a text from Adam Silver saying congratulations. I had my third child. I got a text from Adam Silver about my third child. Now, whether this is Adam or his assistant, somebody from the league office is reaching out to me. Actually, I got a baby gift for my third child. I get a Christmas gift from Adam Silver every year. I retired. Adam Silver sent me a text message that basically congratulated me on my career and how much I've done for the women's game, and he looked forward to how much I'm going to do from the sideline. I have not heard from Kathy. I saw Kathy in Phoenix after I had been retired for 4 months at Phoenix All-Star Game, and she said congratulations in person. And that was the only time. And so you've heard other players, Sabrina Ionescu alluded to this, I have a better relationship with Adam Silver than I do Kathy. My 2 jersey retirements, there was no Kathy.
Yeah.
So I think that Adam Silver understands the process. I don't know if he understood that Kathy was not doing that either.
She said that Adam Silver personally texted her when she retired, when she signed her big broadcast deal, when she had her baby. He sent congratulations, Christmas gifts, personal messages. You know who didn't reach out during any of those major life moments? Kathy Engelbert, her own commissioner. Candace said it straight up, no sugarcoating. I get more love and personal attention from Adam Silver than I do from my own commissioner. Let that sink in. The NBA commissioner shows more care for WNBA players than the actual WNBA commissioner does. And Candace isn't alone. Other players are saying the same thing. They feel invisible, unheard, like their own league leadership doesn't actually care about them as people. When Adam Silver admitted there are relationship issues, he accidentally exposed this exact problem to the entire world. He said the quiet part out loud on national TV, that players don't trust the league office, and the league office doesn't know how to connect with the players. You can't PR spin that into a positive headline. Now, buckle up, because this next part is where things get really sketchy. Adam Silver claimed the WNBA is on a rocket trajectory. Like everything's perfect. The league's never been more popular. Everyone should be celebrating. But that same exact week, reports started coming out that the finals viewership numbers looked, let's just say, creative at best, and completely manipulated at worst. Here's what happened. Nielsen, the company that tracks TV ratings, suddenly and conveniently changed how they count out-of-home viewing for the 2025 season. For the first time in WNBA history, now they're including bar TVs, hotel lobbies, airport screens, basically any random screen that happens to have the game on in the background. And all of that magically got added into the ratings. So yeah, technically, the numbers look way higher than previous years. But is the league actually more popular with real fans who are intentionally tuning in? Or did someone in the league office just decide to move the goalposts and change the measurement system to make everything look better than it actually is? Fans online were not buying it. One viral comment said, "These ratings look faker than the Aces' foul calls," which, honestly, savage but kind of accurate. Another comment hit even harder. They're cooking the stats to bury Caitlyn's impact and pretend the league doesn't need her. And that might be the real reason Adam Silver's comments backfired so spectacularly. Because let's be brutally real here for a second. Without Caitlin Clark, none of these so-called historic ratings ever happened. Period. End of story. She carried this entire league on her back from Game 1. Sold out arenas everywhere she went. Dominated ESPN headlines for months. Brought in millions of new fans who had never watched women's basketball before. And now that Caitlin's injured and sitting on the sidelines, the league's already acting like they don't need her anymore. Like her impact was overblown, and they can sustain this momentum without her. That right there is what set everyone off, because it feels like disrespect and denial at the same time. Meanwhile, the players themselves are completely losing patience. Sophie Cunningham already hinted at a potential lockout, saying flat out that players aren't showing up next season until they get what they actually deserve, in terms of pay, respect, and working conditions. Think about that. We might not even have a 2026 WNBA season at all if these CBA negotiations don't go smoothly. And the players aren't being unreasonable here. They're making more money playing in China, Russia, and Turkey than they make in their own league. Think about how backwards that is. This isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about basic respect and recognition for these elite athletes who are giving everything to grow the game. One player said it perfectly. It is very personal. People have families. This is our job. We make more money overseas than here. So it is very personal. And I don't think it shouldn't become personal. They're right. This is personal. And the fact that leadership doesn't seem to understand that. That's the whole problem. So where does this leave us? Adam Silver walked into that interview thinking he was giving a calm, balanced, perfectly reasonable answer about workplace relationships. Instead, he walked straight into a PR nightmare that's going to follow him for months. The WNBA is at a crossroads. You can't claim historic growth and a rocket trajectory while your players are openly calling your commissioner a ghost who doesn't care about them. The fans are done making excuses. The players are angrier than they've ever been. And every single time someone from the league office opens their mouth, it just keeps getting worse. Kathy Engelbert's job might legitimately be on the line. And honestly, if Adam Silver really wants to save face and protect the league's reputation, he might actually have to replace her before next season starts. Because this isn't just drama anymore. This is a full-blown crisis that threatens the entire future of the league. Caitlin Clark didn't ask for any of this. She just wanted to play basketball at the highest level. But now she's stuck in the middle of the biggest internal mess the WNBA has ever had. What do you think? Should Cathy Engelbert be replaced? Are the ratings really inflated? Will we even have a WNBA season in 2026? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you want to see more deep dives like this. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because something tells me this story is far from over. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.